Hey guys, Sandy here, and I am back for Follow a Sketch February for Thursday, February 22nd. Today I am scrapbooking 3 photos of my daughter at her birthday, and they will be scrapped in this order, and it's kind of weird because she's going to be looking directly off the page, but the orientation is less important to me than the progression of the photos. She opened the present, was blown away, hugged her brother, and then wearing the present. So that's important. Today I am going to use this sketch by Heather Waldron. I'm not exactly sure where it came from. It's off of Pinterest, but it is created by Heather Waldron. And I'm going to turn it on its side like that. So let's see what I can do.
Alright guys, so this process video is a little bit longer than the usual ones. I try to make them about 15 minutes or so. This one goes 25. And that's because I futz around a lot, and I did cut out a little bit of it, but it's still there. So let's just get to this, shall we? So I cut off a little bit of this crepe paper, Good Vibes paper, and I thought that it would be good to represent those lines that are down there on the sketch. And I did go the easy way out on this. I was thinking about cutting all kinds of papers and layering and doing banners and little bits, and honestly, I just wasn't feeling it. I didn't want to do it, so I didn't. Now, I grabbed my border punch, and I'm going to be using this paper. And I actually really love this paper from Crepe Paper. I'm surprised how much I did, because when I got it out of my Citrus Twist kit, I was like, oh my goodness, how in the world am I ever going to use this? Like, there were a couple sheets of paper in there. Oh, sorry. See, it's 25 minutes long and it's already making me tired. I gotta say, okay, I'm going off on a tangent here because that's what I do. So, whenever I see a video that is longer than 15 minutes, I would say I usually save those for while I'm scrapbooking or when I am trying to fall asleep. So, because while I appreciate the little videos, here's my thing, guys, okay? I need short videos so that I can watch them while I'm getting ready in the morning for work, or before I even get out of bed. Sometimes I'll pull up my phone and watch a scrapbooking video. And I need long ones for the times when I'm scrapbooking or when I want to fall asleep, because I start to get sleepy and then I can turn it off. But for the little short videos, I don't turn them off. They end up going to the end, and then I'm like, oh, I need to pull up another one. So anyway, I need short and long YouTube videos. And I know that people have preferences where they're like, I only like short videos, or I only like long videos, or there are people that really are adamant. I've seen this posted a lot in Facebook groups recently where they're like, if a video is more than 10 minutes, I won't even watch it. And I'm thinking, oh my goodness, you're missing out on so much good stuff. And I'm like, you just have to try it. Just try it. And sometimes I wonder if watching a full video is even a thing anymore. Because if you have one of those super long videos, say you have one of those super long, like 45-minute scrapbooking videos, and you're futzing around for more than 5 minutes, I might fast forward you a little bit just to get by it. And that's okay, because I'm still, watching the video. I'm still loving the YouTube. It's just, you got to do what works for you. Okay, people, just do what works for you, whether it's in scrapbooking or YouTube. But try it out. Like, at least try it. That way you'll know if it works for you. I mean, I thought I only liked long scrapbooking videos when I first started watching YouTube videos. I can't stop yawning. I'm so sorry. Okay. Like, seriously, thought I only liked the long ones. Like, that was what I watched. If it was a short one, I skipped it. And then I realized I am probably missing out on something amazing. So I started watching the shorter ones. And I'm like, oh my goodness, I found my place for shorter videos. I need short videos. I need long videos. I need in-between videos. There are videos for every time, right? And I've discovered that I just really enjoy all lengths of videos now. I like short ones, I like medium ones, I like long ones. When before I was like, I need long videos. Long videos only. I don't know. Anyway. So now let's get back to what I'm doing here. Now this is a paper that I did not like the other side of. Usually on cut apart sheets, I end up using the B-side. Let's be honest, because there's just so much on a cut apart sheet that I just don't like or won't use. I mean, you know, so, and I didn't like the B-side. I really did not like this color by number thing at all. Just don't like it. So I felt like I really needed to use up some of these cut aparts. So I decided to go with Happy Little Moments and also the camera, because the story in this photo is my daughter opened her tiara for her birthday, and the look of shock on her face, and then hugging her brother, and then wearing it. And it was not a cheap tiara, and we got it, or he got it for her in Disney in March, and her birthday was in April, and she was just blown away that, one, he bought her the tiara, and two, that he planned ahead a month for her birthday. So that's what I wanted to do there. Now this, what I do is I check to make sure that, I will be able to use this heart punch to cut out the words. And sure enough, I'll be able to use the heart punch. But what I do is I cut off too much at the bottom, so it's missing the part of the heart. And I'm just like, I can't believe I did this. So next, what I do is grab my scallop punch, and I just punch that out, because that works. However, the naked part at the top of that scallop punch is kind of driving me a little bit crazy. So I go to my Maggie Holmes carousel stickers, because I know that there are bow stickers on there, and I didn't want to bring in a fabric bow or tie some twine. I just wanted a sticker. So I went and found the sticker, and I decided to go with the pink one. And it's mainly, I went with the pink one because of the length of the bow ties, and it matches well enough with this dark pink at the bottom, and I'm good with it. Now, my photo, or my page, is out of frame a little bit, and that is because, for some reason, once I get my tripod set up, and I have 2 little dots on my cutting mat, which you probably wouldn't be able to tell which 2 they are, but I can, because there are a lot of dots on this cutting mat, where my layout should go. But for some reason, every couple of layouts, it doesn't work anymore. Like, the cutting mat isn't moved, I'm just not even sure what's going on. The cutting mat isn't moved, the tripod hasn't moved. It just doesn't fit where it's supposed to go. So I'm not even realizing it. I'm really thinking that the layout is completely where it's supposed to be, and it's just good. Now here I am going through the ephemera pack again, and this ephemera pack is huge. Like, the pieces in it are just huge. So I'm trying to figure out what I can layer up coming out from the top of the photos, because the sketch does have like bannery bits poking out and some floral bits, and I just I wasn't feeling it. I was feeling that I wanted to have something exciting up here and little bits of pieces poking out, but I didn't want it so straight and rigid. I wanted it to be kind of more free flowy and moving. So that's what I was doing up here. And the background paper, again, this was a background paper I wasn't like super keen on. It wasn't something I was like, oh yeah, this is great, I'm going to so use this. So I ended up using it as the background paper and covering up 3/4 of it. But I do like it. I do like the background paper that does show up here by the tags and stuff. So I'm happy with that. I just didn't like it as a full sheet of paper. And if I hadn't have used it as a background like this, I probably would have cut it up and used it as mats or layers or something like that. Now, down here, I'm messing around with this little thing because I feel like there just needs to be a little bit more fun down here. So I eventually get that, and I'm futzing around like way too much. So, you know, even if I was watching this video right now, I would probably fast forward a little bit because I know I am futzing. Now, I really liked this little cutoff of that vellum rose gold that I did up there on the edge of that tag. I really like how it sits on the tag that has the cutoff edge and not the square corner. And I was trying to figure what else could I bring in from that die cut pack. And there's been a couple times where I've pulled out that particular die cut, the pink, orange, and yellow one. And every time I pull it out, I put it back. Because I'm not exactly sure why I put it back, but it just doesn't work. It's not giving me the thing. So I do want to bring in a doily, because I believe there was a doily on the sketch. I don't have the sketch in front of me, so I can't exactly tell. But I only have white doilies and pink doily, or white doilies and black doilies. I think I might have a really pale pink one too, but it doesn't go with any of the colors on this page. The colors are kind of bold. They're kind of dark and saturated. So I decide to use my Distress ink, and I am just going to color this doily up to be a good match to the yellow that is down at the bottom of the page. Because I have the yellow down there, I need the yellow up at the top. Like, I need to make sure that there's continuity across the page. So whether it's with color or shape or something, there has to be continuity across the page for this particular layout. Sometimes there isn't continuity across the page. Sometimes I'll have a pop of bam, some sort of fun color that's nowhere else on the page just because that's the way I want it to be. But for this one, I really felt like I needed continuity. So there it is. Now, I only colored half of the doily, or maybe a little bit more than half, because I was going to, obviously, only have that part showing. So I was like, yep, this will work. Just need to move this stuff out of the way. And I go ahead and add some adhesive and place that doily down. And then I'm just going to start getting my pieces where they need to go. And this isn't even going to be the final way the pieces are going to be, because like I said, I futz around a lot with this layout. I'm not exactly sure why. It just, sometimes the ideas that are in your head just don't come out. And then I was like, oh, there were two doilies stuck together. Oops, I didn't even realize that. So pulled that extra doily out, put the new doily in. And at this point, I was very aware that I had to basically rip apart that white doily to get it out from being stuck to that page. So I was kind of like, if this doily goes down, this is where the doily is going to be. So I couldn't like figure out what I liked and what looked good there. Like it just wasn't happening for me. Now here is one of those butterfly doohickeys, and don't like the butterflies in scrapbooking products, especially this butterfly, because it looks like one of those dead ones that they pin in like scientific journals and stuff like that, and that makes me even more uncomfortable than butterflies in scrapbooking products. So I'm looking at this and I'm like, no, something is wrong. Like it's not where it should be. Something's wrong. So I decide, oh, you know what? maybe I just need to get rid of the second tag. But because I liked that rose gold vellum thing on that diagonal edge of the tag, I decided to cut off the little bits of the tag there and then add the little vellum die cut piece that I kind of cut off and put up there at the top. And I'm like, yeah, that'll work. So that I'm good with. I'm good with that. I know that I'm going to put some twine up there. Now, why? I had no desire to have twine down at the lower one, but the upper one I wanted twine, and I knew it right away. No idea. No idea why. I love watching scrapbookers on YouTube that can explain the reason why they do things. But I also like scrapbookers who are honest, that are like, I don't know why I did it, just felt good. Like, because I find that scrapbookers are very, my goodness. You would think I didn't sleep at all last night, but I slept great. Okay. I find that scrapbookers can be very logical and very analytical of why this needs to go here, and it has to be, it's a design element, or it's a rule, or these colors are complementary colors, or there's scrapbookers that follow very, I would say, rigorous things. Like they're very rigorous in their why it has to be this way, or everything has to be straight and they use a ruler to line it up. And then there are scrapbookers that just kind of go with the flow, and if they do something, they just do it, and if they like it, they do it again. If they don't like it, they move it and try again. And they're more of a, this is how it feels good this way. And I love watching the two different styles. I love watching people who explain everything they're doing, and I love watching people that just do something because it looks good and it's pretty and they like it. And I find that at least I feel that I'm kind of a mix between the two. Sometimes I'm following, rules, air quotes, rules. And sometimes I'm just like, I just want to do what feels good in my scrapbooking. So there's that. Now, okay, right there. I love that. That little bit I just put down over top of that little green bit of that butterfly die cut that's sticking out. I love that little corner right there. I love how it mixes. That little piece right there makes me happy. And since I put that there, I brought in some more of those Pink Fresh leatherette stickers. And I'm like, okay. I got one, so I had to add more just because, I was thinking more is more. Now, I decided to bring down some floral down here at the bottom because I realized that there really wasn't a lot of floral going on down here, but I needed to make that happen. So I cut out the little floral box, and then I kind of gutted it a little bit. Not exactly sure why, other than I wouldn't have to pick up everything off the bottom of the page. That was probably it. Probably because I didn't want to pick up every single layer that was down there. And then I just went ahead and popped that down. And now I'm looking like what sticker I can do over top of note, because I don't want note there. So I find this best day sticker and I pop that down, and that makes me happy. And then I decide to add in this little ticket, and then once that's there, like I like how it lays on the left side. Like to me that works. I love this little section there. But then it looks awkward. That other part where I just told you how much I loved it, now it kind of looks awkward. And I'm like, what am I going to do with this? Well, I decided I'm not going to do anything with it for right now. I'm going to grab some of this twine, and then I'm going to tie up a little bow and plop it down on this tag. And I'm running out of this twine, and I got this twine from Lawn Fawn. So I need to go see I don't even know if they still make this kind of twine, but I love it, and I think I'm going to need it in a couple of colors. because I love the gray. Okay, so now, can't stop yawning. Ugh. I don't know, maybe I'm boring my own self. Okay, so while I was pulling out the thickers, I realized that there were some things that I kind of forgot were in the kit. So one was that little Ziploc baggie, and it had some embroidery thread and some buttons and some 2 little charms. Well, I felt like none of them really fit with this layout, so I said no. What I did do was cut out one of the cut-apart sheet labels, and I was just trying to figure out where this should go. And I'm trying to do something with that awkwardness right there, but it doesn't really do anything for me. So I decide maybe I need to bring it over here. And I decide ultimately to put it over here next to the best day one, just because I wanted that top section to be spread more across the page. And just that little teeny bit right there just brought it so much closer to the left side of the page. And I was happy with that. Now, I don't know what I'm going to do with that sticker, so I just put it off to the side. But at this point, I know what my title is going to be. It's going to be, yeah, ... they do. And that's kind of like an inside family thing where we always talk about these two, that they're so much alike, even though they're so different. And my son says he'll never understand girls, and she says she never understands boys, and they just don't like understand each other all the time, but they love each other so much, and it's just, that's the title I wanted to go with. And I decided this is going to be obviously within her birthday pages in the 2017 scrapbook, but the story that's there, which isn't really being told a lot by journaling, more by the photos, the title, and the one line, is being told. And that's more important to me than the birthday aspect of it. Now, on her birthday pages, when I'm scrapbooking, what I used to do when they were very little was write out what they got. And then as they got older, basically you could see what they got in the photos. So when I'm scrapbooking the rest of her opening presents, I might do something. I might mention the tiara. I'm not sure yet. I haven't got that far. So I was thinking about pulling this sticker up, but then decided, nope, not even going to chance it, and I just put it back down. I do end up putting this, there we go, there you go. I do end up putting that on the page, and then I'm just going to add a tiny little bit of embellishment by it. Oh, look, it's pushed up. I wish I would have realized this way sooner. So I'm using these really bright pink enamel dots, and they came from Freckled Fawn. And right now I'm really like putting 3 enamel dots of the same color but different sizes together, like close together, instead of spreading them apart. And I'm not exactly sure why. I just do. I just like that right now. And I'm sure I will mix it up and do a layout with the enamel dots spread farther apart. Just what feels good. So now I have the Heidi Swap, whatever yellowy color shine it is. And I didn't realize it until after the video, but one of the yellow dots landed perfectly on one of the teeny pink enamel dots. So I had to wipe that off afterwards. But that's going to do it for this video. Thanks for sticking through it for this long one. And stay tuned to watch more Follow a Sketch February. It's going to go till the end of the month. Go ahead, hit that like button if you liked it. Leave me a comment if you'd like to chat about anything. Hit subscribe so you don't miss any of the videos. And I will catch you guys later.